Well, hello there. My name is Julie, and if you didn't already notice, my channel is called I'm Not Dead Yet, and I'm not dead yet. So, I want to talk a little bit about reinventing yourself and finding your creativity. So, I can tell you this subject is very near and dear to my heart because at the age of 50, I reinvented my whole life and left a 32-year marriage with a tiny bag of clothes and um and reinvented my whole life. And that was I lost a business at that time. I didn't have any money. So I had to start a different job. Uh there was a lot of moving parts in that. But in that whole scenario, it was very interesting because number 1 was I felt free to reinvent myself because I had this huge shift and change in my life. I think we become so entrenched in our life, and as older adults, it's very easy to stay on that path and go, oh, I would like to do, this creative thing, but also, I have this path that I'm going down for my life, and I've been going down it for a long time, and it's comfortable. When that comfortability is upset, uh, some of the things you may experience is fear. That may be a big one. And so, if you're feeling fear about reinventing yourself, but you want a change and you want to explore your creativity and find out what you can do, I can tell you moving through that fear was the biggest asset that I had during that time. During that time, I found that I started painting. And so I didn't, I always liked to draw, but I never took an art class. I had no idea what I was doing. And I just opened up the computer, and this was in my, I was 50, and I thought, well, I'm just going to try it. What's the worst that can happen? I'll probably fail. I'm probably going to suck. And I found that I'm not terrible. I'll show you. I was really excited about this because when I found out that I actually could do something on YouTube, so this is all freehand. It was from a YouTube tutorial, and I went, "Oh my gosh, okay, I can paint." I started a side gig, and I was doing commissioned paintings. I started, doing paint and sips, and then of course I had to reinvent myself again because the pandemic hit. So I, worked really hard, figured out, what it is I wanted to do. Started a little side business that didn't work out. I think trying a lot of different things is number two. Number one is fear. You're going to have it. And moving through that is probably one of the most important things. Number two is just knowing that you're going to fail a lot. And you're going to start something, and you're going to start something, and maybe that might not pan out, and that's okay. I think we really have this negative connotation to fear, and I think if you don't try something, how do you know if it's going to work? I think number three is being curious. Being curious about what you are able to do and what you want to do. So I want to do stuff that I get to learn from. I want to do things that are outside of my wheelhouse. I can tell you, I've done a lot of different things with my hands because it is a little outside of my wheelhouse. I did, made blankets again online with a tutorial. I, started a Shopify store online with a tutorial. I like to learn how to do things and figure out my groove. Uh, I think we all tell ourselves, oh my gosh, I'm too busy to do anything creative. I'm too busy to reinvent myself. That seems like a lot of stuff to do. But I can tell you, um, I named my channel for a reason because I think we end up going, oh my gosh, why didn't I do that? What was stopping me? What was it that was so terrible that I was so afraid of, but I just wasn't true to myself and wasn't true to what I wanted to do with my life? At this age, as an older adult, I think this is the best time to reinvent yourself because you have the confidence of having years of experience. So you have the confidence of knowing that you can always go back to the life that you had, but also you have the confidence to try something new. And I can't tell you how much my life is fuller because I tried different things. I fail quite a bit. I can't even tell you how often I fail, but I don't associate it anymore with a negative, or I'm trying not to. That's what I want to get out of this is I want to be able to have a good and fulfilling and happy life. And how do you do that without figuring out what you want? And when you go and die, right, when you're on your deathbed or you have a disease process, you're not going to go, gosh, I wish I worked harder. Now, some of you are going to say, well, you don't understand because I work a lot. You don't understand. I have a family. I do understand. I work two jobs and I have my own family. Now there are a lot of them are grown up, but I have grandkids and I have grandnieces and I have people around me that I love and I take care of. So I do understand that. But this is the time to seize the day. And and by seize the day I mean reinvent yourself in some small way to find your happiness, your it seems like at this age I find more of my friends, I find a lot of people that I talk to, they're searching for something. And searching for something is great because then you know that you're yearning to do something different. So I would love to know down below in the comments how you reinvented yourself, if you have, or how you want to reinvent yourself. I can tell you it was the best thing that ever happened to me to find out my creative side and to get much fulfillment from that, and to also find that I am strong enough to reinvent myself. And you are too. You are too. So, would love to hear any comments that you have. I hope you subscribe below. Have a great night.